Hey everyone. Welcome back. I guess it's been 2 years. I wasn't exactly sure how to even go about this. There was 2 years ago anticipation. I don't know if wouldn't say dread, but anticipation. Then it get ghosted for 2 years. I guess let's kind of rewind there. This I'm on binder three, the beginning. This is the responses to all of the comments, and again, kind of what I said sort of last year. But thank you to everyone. There were over 1,400 pages of public comments, and agencies, but comments to this draft EA 2 years ago, and that's in binder four. This section three is the responses to those, and again, yeah, I just wanted to say, thank you to everyone out there who took the time and to kind of say their piece, right? And if you're interested, Binder three has a lot of the responses. Okay, so spoiler alert. I mean, the vast majority of these responses is going to be, the applicant telling, the the public or whatever that maybe we don't know what we're talking about, and that their thing's the best. Okay, so that's kind of there's a lot of monotony there. Don't want to go through like whatever 100 pages of that. But okay, so this one I'm gonna focus on this one right here. This is their response to DPP. So DPP makes comments to their draft DA, and this is gonna be their response. And I never liked writing in school, never a good writer. One of the few things I did learn, right, is if you have the opportunity to do a draft and you submit a draft to someone that's going to grade you, then it kind of it behooves you, to really really go all in on so if they provide comments, whether it was like your teacher, your professor, you really did. You definitely went above and beyond, right? Because you want to make sure that you knock these things out of the park, because this is what the person who's grading you cares about. So, I mean, I wasn't surprised. The rest of the responses was trying to blow off the public, but I came here, and this is how like a response to DPP, which is going to be the make a determination at the end of this month on this EA. Okay, so um, this is the actual letter that DPP sent. So number one, consistency with PUCDP, and they talk about they've asked multiple times about possibly using creating a stream side pathway and more public green space, publicly accessible, so that open to the public. That was kind of a big thing on number one. So um, So they kind of just talk about things like, well, this could eat, P2, it could be used for anything. I could put a golf course here, and if I did, I'd clear off all the trees. So yeah, that's it. And then it talks about kind of just kind of rambling on almost. It doesn't. Oh, okay, 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 okay. So just talk about the public access. And they're saying, where's that part? Uh, oh, okay, nice, nice. So they did admit, I don't know if it's finally, but the ditch now, this woodlawn ditch, is considered a potential hazard and should not be accessible by the public or residents. So that's why. So it's fine to build four apartments buildings and allow 288 elderly affordable families to live kind of like straddling this woodlawn ditch, right? There's going to be two buildings on one side, two buildings on the other side. There was virtually no setback, so the buildings could be 5 feet or maybe 10, whatever, from the top of the bank, which they called for no improvements. And even here, they're saying, well, they're not going to, you know, oh yeah, sorry, now it's considered a potential hazard. So we don't want to allow the public or residents to even be access this area. But yet it's okay to to build the buildings right there. Number two was if it could priority to long-term residents, and HHFDC says no. It's really only age, income, and other qualifications. So you don't need to be a long-time resident. I think you do maybe need to be a resident, but Hawaii resident is just intent. Intent to reside in Hawaii is how you get residency in Hawaii. So, there's number two, no. I like this one. This is a good one. Number three, they talked about landscaping, and it's okay. The final EA should include a comparison of existing tree canopy coverage and estimated proposed tree coverage. Okay? So, just straight up ask. Compare current with proposed. Okay? So let's see what they say here. Well, blah blah blah, blah 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 blah, misinterpret blah blah. So, we don't really wanna compare. It's gonna be very blah blah. So we're just gonna make these bullets. So and the bullets kind of parrot the stuff we've already heard. So pretty much number three, they just they're asked specifically for a comparison, and they just said, no thank you type of thing, right? This is pictures of what is existing and just canopy cover that's already in the oh, but that was it. This is the existing from the tree report that we all saw in the DEA. Okay, so it kind of just totally blew them off. Number three. Number four, yeah, thank you DPP. They echoed a lot of the public's concern about stormwater management and flooding. So DPP asked, it was briefly referenced that they're going to use swales and these detention things, and DPP asked for incorporating more information about that. Consider use of papers. Okay, so let's see what they say. I don't know. They're telling us that it might look wooded, but it's really not. Okay. Well. And there's a number of bullets again, or numbered things. They're just making a statement that groundwater impact doesn't rise to the level of EIS study. I don't know why that. I mean, there's nothing saying why they made that statement, but they just made it. I don't know why they're saying. I mean, nobody said 0.9. I don't know. Yeah. Okay. So, yeah, that was all they said for number four. Five was the traffic ones. A lot of these are just like during construction, pedestrian bike. Oh, this is really good. This is really good. I like this one. So both E and in the draft EA, they were very like, oh, we could use lower road, maybe not, and so DPP put in two bullets here, E and H, to say like, oh, you need to disclose whether or not it will be used. So make a decision. Lower road, yes or no, right? F is to ask for additional studies, further evaluated those two real bad intersections, right? Really, even in their traffic study, it was very low rated intersections. So analysis, right? Further evaluated in the final EA. Okay, so let's see what they said. Let's see what this is good stuff. So yeah. Oh, here we go. So for F, that they're asked for more analysis on the intersections. They just said, yeah, we're not planning improvements, and well, we can just recommend that maybe we will evaluate timing, which is the same thing that was in the DEA. So they had the DEA, they had this additional ask in F, and yeah, didn't even nothing. Um, they don't. Oh yeah, yeah. So the so the traffic report was revised to say that if Lower Road was selected, then it would be improved. Okay, well, okay, fine. H says, uh, it doesn't. So, um, even after specifically being asked if Lower Road would or would not be used going forward, there was really no change in the EA. It's still, this whole like could be, maybe, maybe not type of thing. And so again, it was God, they just blew that off. So um, I thought that was noteworthy to me, right? Like I was saying, again, I wasn't the best writer, by far in school, but all that I learned, and it wasn't even about writing well, but all that I learned was to, if you have the opportunity to do a draft and you have the opportunity to then take in feedback from, the agency or whoever that's going to grade you, that it would normally behoove one to, actually answer, and actually address all of the points in a satisfactory way. So it was curious to me and noteworthy to me, so I thought that may be worth kind of sharing. Yeah, here's another noteworthy one. This is comments replying to Senator Fukunaga, who made a lot of comments based on the process. Um, the concern being this first one, right? Lack of early consultation with the Manoa community. And the response is, well, the first step, necessary early step would be getting the sewer capacity. So, oh, and then, it, we don't want to have speculation. So, well, yeah, so we need this design. So, I mean, the EA process calls for earliest time to, meet with stakeholders. And so, um, I don't know. What kind of, is it early step? Sure, yeah, sure. But I mean, before that early step, I mean, you would reach out and say, oh, hey, we're thinking about providing housing up in here, and what do y'all think? I mean, that's so it's whatever. Um, this is actually a really interesting one. Um, Called them out specifically for the timing of the publishing of the DEA. So called them out. DEA published thing at the eve of the holiday season. This was 2 years ago, right? And it was a big ask for the community to review and respond. And they say, well, it's not our fault. HRS 343 is the timing requirements. 30 days. That's not us. Oh, here, okay, okay. Release of the DEA during the holidays was not pre-planned or intentional, but it was released to get the DEA to the public as quickly as possible. Okay, so I mean, sure, okay, you can believe that. Okay, so let's just think about today. It's a coincidence now. So it's been a 2 year gap. Okay, so now releasing the final EA at almost the exact same time of the year, 2 years in the future. I mean, it's gonna be hard to say that. It's so that we could see it as quickly as possible. So okay. Well, I think I'm gonna wrap up this video. So welcome back to the show. I guess I'm planning a few more. I'm gonna do like a comparison between deeper dive between the DEA and this final EA, and a couple of other things. But yeah, thanks again for listening, and maybe stay tuned, I guess.